Subaru sleeping with Carson. Safety disclosure is don't do anything that's dangerous, don't do anything that I've done, do everything that you want to do the way you want to do it, not the way I did it, don't get in trouble, be safe, and wear safety protection. 2020 has been quite a year. There's been quite a delay, actually, in getting back and filming my next episode because I lost my job. Bummer. But that's okay. I found another job, and I'm back at work. It's a job that demands a little more time than my last job, so I've had very little time to film any more episodes. But I do plan on getting back on the bandwagon as far as 2021 and getting a regular stream of episodes coming out as far as camping trips and whatnot. So, to wrap up 2020 and my 20th episode on YouTube, I'm going to go stay overnight at the Galveston Island State Park in my Subaru on my latest and greatest sleeping platform. That was just lightning, a little distracting. I may get a rain delay here in a minute, but I'm going to try to get this introduction done and then load up the car. I'll be leaving. I'll be leaving Monday evening. My day off during the week is Tuesday, and then I have Sunday off. Today's actually Sunday right now, so I'm going to load up the car today and then go to work on Monday, hopefully get off on time at 5 o'clock, and then I'm going to drive from my work, which is near Houston, Texas. I'm going to drive straight out to Galveston, get there, set up the sleeping platform in the dark, which is a scenario that a lot of people have talked about on YouTube. They said they have limited time, and a lot of people have weekends off and they want to leave on Friday and they want to drive somewhere and reach their destination so they wake up fresh where they're going to be at doing whatever they're going to be doing. And setting up camp during the night can be very frustrating. I understand that, especially setting up a tent at night. So sleeping in the car is more conducive. So I'm going to pack up the car now. Look forward to it. Thanks for watching. We're going to start out with taking off the cargo cover, the net, the little tie downs, laying down the seats, putting in the back 40-inch sections of the bed, the cargo containers. I'm tying it down here, putting extra little items in there. I'm going to go ahead and put on the passenger side of the sleeping bed to make it reduce my time of setting things up when I get there. I put a little cooler in there for the camping in the morning. I'm setting up the mats now and tying them down with a bungee cord so they and the sleeping bag don't slide around while I'm driving. In episode 17, I began using a 5-gallon bucket to be able to wash dishes and also to be able to put out hot coals immediately so I could get going and not have to wait for them to cool down or dispose of them. In order to fill up the bucket, you can either use a hose, a spigot, your sink, a bathtub, or the shower. The bucket fits great right here, and I can tie it down to the underside of the platform. I put my collapsible chair here, solar shades there, pillows, pulled one of the storage boxes forward to put my bag there, put my camera bag there, water's there, and I was officially packed. I didn't get out of work really later than I'm supposed to, but I didn't get off right on time, but that's okay. I'm out, I'm on the road. Here we go. Made it. There's some bathrooms and showers there. Let's see if there's any other campers here tonight on a Monday evening. There's my space, 45 right there. I'm gonna come back to it. Let's just drive around and see if there's any other campers here on a Monday night. I'm gonna go with, the answer is no other campers tonight, so I got the whole place to myself. All right, let's walk on over to the restrooms. They look pretty nice. To the men's room. Yeah, this is nice. Holy moly. Sinks, toilets. There's showers back here. That's what these are? Showers. And look at that. You can go in and lock the door and take a shower. That's nice. This big one here. This is super, super nice. All right, headed to the car to set up the bed. Well, I think I have achieved being here and setting up camp in the dark. Alright, I started with the solar shades. I put the large one up in the front. I used my actual normal day-to-day visor to kind of help hold it up as well. And then of course the little sunshades I kind of put down and hold it up. I also put one up in the sunroof also, the front windows and those little tiny windows in the very back of the Subaru, as well as the rear hatch window. I installed the remaining section of the bed by laying down the driver's seat and putting it in and attaching it. I opened up the bed, got my bag up front, put on the bug guards in the back. I put those little magnets on there just to kind of double keep them down. Alright, I'm in. I made it. There wasn't a whole lot of room to get into the sleeping bag, so it was a little bit of a struggle, but I did eventually make it in. Late night, I'm going to sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning! Well, yeah, I think it worked out great. It's 6:21. 6:21. It is 57 degrees right now. Feels great. It was a nice temperature. I wasn't like burning up or anything all night. It was good. I think I woke up once or something and wasn't sure what time it was. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. But then went right back to sleep. And I set my alarm for 6:20 because I think the sun comes up here soon. I thought I'd see the sunrise and get the fire going and the solar stove going and start making boiling water for my tea and for the cream of wheat, and then make some toast. I think it all worked out. I'm gonna hop out of bed here and unlock the car. Gonna go to the bathroom real quick, splash some water in my face, and then get the fire going. Man, it has already gotten tremendously brighter out here. Okay, the jury is still out on whether I'm going to continue to use the solar stove. It was really hard to get it started. One was it was extremely windy, and I didn't show it all here, but the matches kept blowing out every time I tried to light the stove. I definitely think getting windproof matches or one of those long Bic lighters or something is something that I might want to do. I did use my little fire starters I created, which once you get them going, they work really well. I am shown setting it up here on the picnic table, but then I ended up moving it to the ground just because I think that'll be more authentic to use it on the ground in case I can put a place in the future that doesn't have a picnic table. The bumper height and the bucket was the perfect combination to fill up the pan with water. Now it's time to bring it to a boil and take in the views. I was struggling with the solar stove, so I turned around the opening. That helped a lot in the opposite direction of the wind. Ate a little yogurt here while I waited for the water to come to a boil, which only took maybe about 10 minutes. Then I made my tea and got the ingredients in to make my cream of wheat, which I love very much. And I forgot to bring a stirring whisk, so I just used my fork. Got that all poured in, and then I took the pan over to the 5-gallon bucket and got it cleaned up. I use this little grid here. I think this is like a paint little item I got at Home Depot. It worked out really well. Here I'm going to get my toast going and mix up the rest of my cream of wheat like I like it, with butter, cream, and some brown sugar. Definitely not the healthiest of breakfasts, but I love it. Get some more wood going for the Solo Stove so I can get that toast toasted. I went ahead and put up the front section of the driver's side bed so I could sit inside, because as I was finishing up my meal, I had to eat it inside the car because it really started to get very windy and misty, rainy. But I got my tea all set up and I got my toast. It all tasted great, and it was really worked out well. All right, so I'm finished eating. Now I'm going to go break down just the rest of the camp and put it all back in the car and get out to exploring. Even though it's misting and looks like a typical cloudy Seattle day here in Galveston, Texas, I'm still going to get out and take some pictures and explore. That's not going to stop me, but I'm going to go ahead and break down the camp here and load it back up in the car and take down the solar shades, and we're going to get going. So let's do it. This trip was really great. I was able to use what I think is the latest and greatest sleeping platform, which allows 2 adults to maximize all the space in the Crosstrek without having to remove the seats or do any crazy sort of modification. But the more I got to think about it, I'm not really going to be taking 2 adults with me. It's really just going to be solo camping, and once in a while I'll be taking one of my 2 children with me. The day of taking both of them, I think, is over because they've kind of grown too large for us to fit 3 people in the Crosstrek. So I think I'm going to modify the sleeping platform to bring in some unique storage capacity, and also work more efficiently with my setup and what I'm going to be using it for. But I'm very excited to have used the platforms. I think anybody who comes across this video can see that you can, in fact, sleep 2 6'3" or maybe even 6'5" individuals in the Crosstrek. I think it's very good for that use, and I'm excited about new platforms and new adventures for the future. All right, it is pretty much raining now, but that's fine. I got the camp all broken down, and I'm ready to go, see if there's some other pictures to be taken. I think overall, this trip went really well. I slept great on my sleeping platform, which was the main point of this trip. I also learned a lot about using the Solo Stove and whether or not I want to continue to use it in the future, or if I do, how to use it better. Also learned that I need to probably have a bigger table for cooking and preparing my food on, and maybe some sort of like little protective awning in case there isn't one provided here for cooking, and maybe just staying out of the elements if it just starts to kind of sprinkle and rain. But I think overall, I think it was a success, and I'm ready to head out, and even though it's raining, see if there aren't some other birds to be taken pictures of, or landscapes or whatnot. I'll just explore around. I got nothing to do. I'm off today, and I'm going to head out and see what I can find. But overall, I think this Subaru Sleeping with Carson went very well, and I look forward to doing it again and getting better and better at doing this. So thanks for coming along, and I will see you next time in 2021.